Hello viewers, yes, this is Ranjana ma'am and you are watching Yes, It's Mine as well as your channel. So yes, what have I brought for you today? You know it very well, the thumbnail says it all. Yes, the second specimen paper of the boards. This is the language paper. Earlier I had uploaded one video where you had found the answers to the first specimen paper, and this is your second one put up by the boards, and the marks is, how many marks is it? 40. So the maximum marks is 40. You have one comprehension and the others are grammar. So yes, the first one is a comprehension. It's quite an interesting one. The comprehension is from Malgudi days, Swami and his friends. So you have quite a few to solve in the comprehension. So first one is that you have to find a synonym. You are given 4 options. For each word given below, choose the correct meaning as used in the passage from the options provided. So you have 4 options for each word. Like the first one, it is detested, and you have 4 options. Detested is used in the passage, and now you have 4 options. First one is detention, second one is detained, third one is hateful, and fourth one is hated. So detested is in the past tense form, and detest means to hate something. So it will be hated, not hateful. It is in the past tense verb. The second one is pestered. Pestered. So there are 4 options: tiny insect, botheration, annoyed, annoyance. So see, pestered again is a verb in the past tense. So this will be annoyed. Annoyed. So 2, option 3. Question 2, option 3. Now the third one is violently. You have 4 options again: cruelly, with great energy, loudly, and with a lot of noise. So as used in the passage, it is with great energy. So he started rubbing the cover of the book violently. So this will be the second one, with great energy. Now you have a question. Those were synonyms. Now you have questions and the answers are provided. One of them is the correct one. What did father's clothes show? What did father's clothes show? He was relaxed. It was a holiday. He was planning to stay at home, and he was planning to leave shortly. There are 4. The third one is the correct one. You will have it in paragraph 1. If you have read it, you will know it. He was planning to stay at home. So you give a tick to that. How did mother encourage father? How did mother encourage father? Again 4 options: by appearing suddenly, by following father to his room, by complaining about Swami, and by calling Swami in from the outside. So no, he was not outside, he was with his father. She didn't follow father to the room. So she complained about Swami. And what did the dust on? So this will be the third option, by complaining about Swami. Third one, what did the dust on Swami's books indicate? So a layer of dust had settled on Swami's books. So what did this indicate? The house was dusty. Swami had not touched his books. The books were old, and Swami had forgotten to pack it in his school bag. So it's the second one. Swami had not touched his books. Yeah, if you don't touch your books for long, a layer of dust will settle on it. It's obvious. So the second option. Question 4. What is meant by breach of promise? To go back on one's promise, to make a promise, to keep a promise, never to promise. So the first one, to go back on one's promise, that means breaking of a promise. You promise something, then you go back on it. So A. Question 5. What is Father's tone when he says, do you think you've passed your BA? Father's tone was, first one, jovial, second, angry, third, sarcastic, and fourth, tired, sarcastic. So the third one, do you think you've passed your BA? So sarcastic, there is sarcasm in it. Number 6, in what way was Rajam it should be Rajam's situation. There is a mistake in the framing of the sentence, an error. It should not be in what way was Rajam's situation. It has to be Rajam's situation. So just because the board has published doesn't mean that everything will be correct. So maybe a printing error. Rajam's situation similar to that of Swami's. Rajam had gone on holiday. Rajam's tuition teacher had taken a holiday. Rajam's father had also scolded him, and Rajan had tuition during the holidays. The last one. Swami also did not want to study because his school was closed and he was having a holiday, but his father insisted. In the same way, Rajam also had a tutor who came and pestered him. So Rajam had tuition during the holidays. So the fourth one is the correct option. What attracted Swami to the spider? Its web, its color, the color of the thread, and the dust of the spider. So the color of the thread, there is a word called tints. So the color of the thread. What does Swami do with the spider? He hid it in his pocket. The fourth one. Ninth one, what was Swami ordered to do? Get a cloth, free the spider, throw the spider, call grandmother, get a cloth. Number 10, the author says the father spoke half kindly and half impatiently. Half kindly is there and half impatiently. So he was really angry, cannot be there. If he is speaking kindly, he cannot be really angry. He was complaining, no. He really wanted to free the spider. This is out of question. And last one, he was not really angry. I would go for the last one. He was not really angry. Swami hurried on. Why did he do so? He wanted to meet his grandmother. Why? Because from him he wanted to bring the cloth that his father had asked for. So the first option. The others are he wanted to dust the table. He wanted to check on the spider. He wanted to run out and play. How did Swami deal with the spider? First one. First he, then there are 4 points. Options: dusted the books, lifted the cover, wiped the books vigorously, caught the spider. So you are asked how did he deal with the spider. So other 3 are not related to the spider. So the last one is the correct one. Caught the spider. Then he took it to the window, put it in his pocket, hit the spider, got frightened. So he took it to the window. Actually he wanted to throw it out. Third one, he wanted to. Then there are 4 options. Keep the spider, hide the spider, throw the spider, kill the spider. First his intention was to throw the spider out. So the third one. Fourth, but he intended to throw the spider, but then he didn't. Why? But he held the spider, squeezed the spider, dusted the spider, hit the spider. So no, he did not squeeze it, neither did he dust it, nor did he hide it now. So what did he do? He held the spider and he watched the spider, swung the spider, held the spider, killed the spider. So yeah, first what does he do? He holds it and then he watches it. So this one will be watch the spider, option 1. And the last one, He decided to keep the spider as his pet, put the spider into the dustbin, throw the spider out of the window, and tame the spider and teach it tricks. No, none of the last three. Second, third, and fourth is ruled out. So the first one, keep the spider as his pet. So these are your answers to the comprehension passage. Okay, now for your grammar section. He was frightened, first one, so he hid dash the cupboard. So which are the options? One is into, second is behind, third is across, and fourth is toward. He was frightened, so he hid into the cupboard is wrong English. It won't be correct. Why? Into involves a movement. When you are running from outside towards inside, it is into. Rushed into the room, but hid into the cupboard is wrong. So what is the correct option? Hid behind the cupboard so that no one could see him. So the second one is correct. Now the second preposition. They built a bridge dash a turbulent stream. Built a bridge, one is across, in, into, against. So in this case it will be across. They built a bridge across a turbulent stream. If over had been there, you could have used over, but it is not there. The others, they don't fit in. It's across. Option 1. His intelligence will carry him dash all his difficulties. First is through, second is above, third is towards, and fourth is against. So carry him through, that means help him to overcome the obstacles. So through is the correct option, number 1. And the last one, she called dash her teacher to help her to sort out her difficulties. She called up her teacher to help her to sort out her difficulties. Called up, yes, calling someone. So she called up. Called in, that means visited. No, here it is not a question of paying a visitation. It means that she had some difficulties, so she called her teacher and wanted the teacher to help her out. So fourth one, third option. She called up her teacher to help her to sort out her difficulties. That means phoning. Now for your verb forms. First one, that means the zero, that is already solved. When Ranji saw the pool, he did not hesitate to. To is given. So which are the options? To get, gets, got, gots. So verb is to. The verb is, the verb in the bracket is get. So before the blank there is a word called to, the infinitive. So when there is an infinitive, the verb will be in the present tense form. So to get into it. To will not take a past tense. It won't be to got, to gets. No, none of them. To get into it. So the first one is get. That means 1, option 1. He had often dash swimming alone. He had is there. So you will use now the participle form. Had is already there. So the past participle will be here. So which are the options? Goes, gone, go, got. So had is there. You can't say had often goes. You can't say that. Had often gone. Had gives you the clue that with had you will use the past participle form of the verb. So go, went, gone. Okay. So it will be gone. Gone means your second option. He had often gone swimming alone or with friends when he had dash. The word is live and you have the options lives, living, lived and live. So had is again there, so it will again be the past participle form. So it will be had lived. When he had lived with his parents in a thirsty town in the middle of the Rajputana desert. There he had, again had is there. So again the past participle form of the verb know. So which are your options? Know, knows, knowing and known. Known is the past participle. Know, knew, known. So known is the past participle. So here the answer will be Had known. Had is given, so answer will be known. That means your fourth option. So the first one was get, that means 1. Second one was gone, that means 2. Third one was lived, that means 3. And fourth one was 4, that means known, or the fourth option. So now C section. Choose the correct option to join the following sentences without using and, but, so. He plays cricket, he plays tennis. So he plays not only cricket but also tennis. He plays either cricket or tennis. He plays cricket as well as tennis. So since it is in the affirmative, we will use the affirmative form. So the best one in that case is the third one. He plays cricket as well as tennis. That means he plays both. So third one. Submit your project. Only then can you appear for the test. Until you submit your project, you can appear for the test. Wrong. Until you appear for the test, you cannot submit your project. It is meaningless. Unless you submit your project, you can appear from the text is just the opposite in meaning. So the last one, unless you submit your project, you cannot appear for the test. This is the correct option. The man was running fast. The police caught him. Although the man was running fast, the police caught him. The police caught the man in spite he was running fast. Despite his running fast, the man caught the police. What rubbish. The man was running fast although the police caught him. No, the first one is the correct answer. Although the man was running fast, the police caught him. Poor fellow. He was running to escape the police, but the police caught him. So the first one is the correct option. Sheena drew a picture. Her mother put it up on the fridge. Her mother put a picture on the fridge that Sheena drew. Sheena drew a picture that her mother put on the fridge. Her mother drew a picture that Sheena put on the fridge. Her mother put on the picture that Sheena drew. So it is suggested, especially by many schools, that you will keep the first portion in front and the second portion in the second part. So in that case, Sheena drew a picture that her mother put on the fridge. That means it could be that her mother had put a picture on the fridge and Sheena drew that one. And the fourth one is also her mother put on the picture that Sheena drew. So this means that Sheena had drawn some picture and then her mother put it on the fridge. So if we are to go by your school that you can't change the sequence, in that case it's the first one. They will say the second one is correct. That means Sheena drew a picture that her mother put on the fridge. And if you are to keep it in this way, but if you can change, your school allows it, but in that case her mother put on the picture. Last one is wrong. Why? Because the fridge portion is missing. So her mother put a picture on the fridge that Sheena drew. A picture again means not definite. So the second one is the correct option. Sheena drew a picture that her mother put on the fridge. So she draws the picture and her mother puts it on the fridge. So number 2 is your correct option. Now you have the do as directed. Read each sentence with its instructions and then choose the correct option. He came to the party. Add question tag. Came, simple past verb. So the question tag will be he came to the party, didn't he? If it had been he had come to the party, it would have been hadn't he? Okay, so he came to the party, didn't he? That means the second one is the correct option. Question tags are at the end, and if the instruction is in affirmative, the question tag will be negative. So it was here, he came to the party, it was affirmative, so the question tag is negative, didn't he? If the question was he did not come to the party, then the question tag would have been he did not come to the party, comma, did he? Got it? Did he? If the sentence was in negative, but here it is in affirmative, he came to the party, so the question tag becomes negative, didn't he? The teacher said, Akhtar, why were you absent yesterday? Yesterday. The teacher asked Akhtar why he was absent yesterday. Wrong, because yesterday has not been changed. The teacher asked Akhtar, why were you absent yesterday? Again, you cannot come here because it is a narration change. The teacher asked Akhtar, why are you absent yesterday? Again, wrong. The teacher asked Akhtar why he was absent, and yesterday becomes the previous day. So the last one is the correct option. Now the third one. In spite of the water logging, the traffic was heavy. Despite. Remember one thing, despite doesn't take an off. In spite takes an off. Despite doesn't take an off. So despite the water logging, the traffic was heavy. Despite of the water logging, the traffic was heavy. Despite the traffic being heavy, there was water logging, and despite of water logging, there was heavy traffic. So second and fourth completely ruled out. Why you don't use of with despite? The third one is also wrong because the meaning is completely the opposite. So the first one is your correct option. Despite the water logging, the traffic was heavy. Man, it is expected na that if there is a lot of water logging, there won't be much traffic, but the traffic was heavy. As soon as the whistle blew, the game stopped. Begin no sooner. As soon as the whistle blew, blew means simple past. So you will break it into two, did and blow. So the original verb will become the verb will become the original one, and the auxiliary verb will be in the past tense. Blew gets broken into two parts, did, blow. So no sooner did the whistle blow, the game stopped. This is not right. Why? Because than is missing. In no sooner, than is mandatory. You cannot do without than. Like hardly takes when, no sooner takes than. So the second one, no sooner than the whistle blew, the game stopped. No, did and blow has to be there. Third one, no sooner did the whistle blew. Again, did and blew means error of double past tense. So the last one, no sooner did the whistle blow than the game stopped. So last one is your correct option, number 4. Mother was too angry to argue with the shopkeeper. Remove two. So when you remove two, you remove the first two and you put a so there, you remove the TO2 and you put 3 words in its place. That he cannot, that she cannot, that it cannot, in the present tense and in the past tense could not. So mother was so angry, was too angry so that. So here you haven't removed the 2. So this is wrong. Mother was so angry too. Again the second 2 has not been removed. So this is also wrong. Mother was so angry that she could not argue with the shopkeeper. This is correct. So angry that. And if the question is in affirmative, so that will become a negative. And mother was so angry not to argue. No, this is also wrong. So the third one is the correct option. Number 6. Everybody put up their hands. There was nobody. 4 options. There was nobody who put up their hands is a very wrong meaning. There was nobody who did not put up their hands. There was nobody whom put up their hands. And there was nobody who should put up their hands. So again, first is wrong, third is wrong, fourth is wrong. So the correct one is, there was nobody who did not put up their hands. That means 2 negatives make it a positive. Everyone put up their hands. Now the 7th one. We celebrated grandfather's 100th birthday. We celebrated grandfather's 100th birthday. Begin grandfather. So grandfather's 100th birthday was celebrated by us. So when you are told to begin with grandfather, that means it will become a passive voice. So grandfather's 100th birthday was celebrated by us. So celebrated becomes was celebrated, and we becomes by us. Grandfather celebrated his 100th birthday. No, grandfather did not celebrate. So this is wrong. Third one, grandfather was celebrated on his. How can we celebrate grandfather? So this is also wrong. And the last one, grandfather celebration was on his 100th birthday. Rubbish. So the first one is the correct answer. Here it is a voice change into the passive voice. And the last one, Kaushik has the best handwriting in the class. No one. Normally in your grammar books, if you go by the grammar books, you will find that no one takes a positive degree like no other. Negative words take a positive degree. Very few or no one or no other, they take as ... as the positive degree. But here they haven't given any positive degree only. So it has to be one comparative, but that is grammatically not correct. I strongly object to it. In one or two workbooks they give this type of answers in the solutions, but normally in the grammar text you don't find it. No other, not on, they always take the positive degree, like no other boy wrote as good as Kaushik or as well as Kaushik. This is how you get it. Anyway, since they have not given that option, we'll have to find the best option here. So Kaushik has the best handwriting in the class. Begin no one. So no one has the better handwriting than Kaushik in the class. The better you can't say, because the comes before a superlative, not in the comparative. So no one has the better handwriting in the class than Kaushik. Again, no one in the class has better handwriting than Kaushik, and no one's handwriting in the class is better than Kaushik. This one is correct. No one's handwriting in the class is better than Kaushik. So fourth one is the correct one. So this is all we had to solve in the second specimen language paper put up by the boards. So I'm sure you will not find it difficult anymore once you see the options, and then I will request you to solve on your own, or rather solve on your own. No, I have given you the options only. So anyway, maybe 10 to 15 days later, try to solve it again without taking any help and see how you fare. So for the time being, let me bid you goodbye, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I didn't say it this time in the beginning, so I'm saying it in the end. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and yes, bye.